Alright, working on the old Ford again today. I've already been on it this morning a little bit. And let me show you. Let me get the door for you. I did a final fitting and cutting down here on this piece here, and it's ready to go in. Even shaped a little bit. Maybe you can see it. Put a little swale in it right here. Very slight. And fits pretty nice. Now I'm going to take it in there and clean off the edges here, all the mill scale, so we get a decent weld. And then clean up. Most of that's all clean, but you just got to clean the top there. So, alright, maybe I'll see you in the garage. Alright, yeah, I just knocked all the mill scale off the edges here. It makes it easier to weld. You know, this, whenever you buy steel, it has this coating on there they call mill scale. And that's just part of the process when they roll out and make any kind of steel. All the crud and impurities and garbage and everything just comes to the surface, and it sticks to this, and it's really hard to get off. You know, you can try grinding it with a Rollo disc or whatever, and that's 36 grit, and that'll just, you know, you get maybe a couple inches in there, it'll clog right up. I've seen some guys take it off with muriatic acid and vinegar and stuff like that, but then you got to soak it and wait overnight, or you know, have a vat big enough for whatever you're using. But in this case, when I just want to do the edges and everything, I use these kind of discs here. They're I think they're silicon carbide or something. But you see the way they're sort of variegated. They got you know, bumps and stuff on them, and this, I think they're made for concrete, and they don't clog up. You know what I mean? They do scratch up the. If you're gonna paint something, you don't want to do that. But on something like this, they work pretty good. Here's a box came in. Yeah, it's silicon carbide. But that's the best thing I found to take it. So these are expensive too. This one here is a Walter. You know, and that's probably $8 maybe, that one disc. And this, I don't know what company this is, Mercer. I think it said Mercer abrasives. And they're a little cheaper, but and they work just as well. But I found them to work the best as far as getting the mill scale off. Alright, let's go clamp this in and weld it up. Alright, yeah, that welded up nicely. Now what I'm going to do is I put the mount on there, and right now I'm going to take the floor pan and fit it, you know, cut it. I'm going to have to cut about an inch off of here or so. And then cut along this gully here. Sorry about the shadows and stuff. That's what happens when you're in dark areas with the sun shining and everything else. But I'm going to have to cut along that gully down here, and then right up along this edge here. Then that'll be cut. Then I can fit that cross member. Alright, let's do that. Alright, yeah, this side actually fit better than the other one. This mount bolt is dead center where it should be. The other one I had to open up about a 1/16. But I don't know if you can see it here, but I marked it, real thin mark, across here with my Posca pen, the black one. And then back here, use my white one. Nice thin line. And now I'm going to crawl into the truck and mark right across here, because we're going to have to cut that pan. Then we can take that out and put our cross beam in there. Alright, maybe I'll take it underneath, who knows. Alright, I'm under the truck here. A little awkward holding it, but here's where we got to make our mark. Try and do this in a hurry, because this is tough. Okay, I don't know how well you guys can see this because I can't look at the camera. Alright, now we got our mark. So let's go back up. Alright, yeah, we cut out all the excess here that we didn't want. And along here, sorry about the shadows again. You know, this side is shorter. You know, it's not as wide as the other side. So this mounting bracket goes right over to the end just about, which is nice. But I have it set up, and I got it centered exactly where I want, and I marked underneath there so I know where to drill a hole. And I got the front piece here where I want it. And I'm going to have to do the same thing on this one as I did on the other one. I'm going to have to put a little extension. This isn't as much, maybe about a 1/2 inch, but that's how we're going to do it. Alright, let me get it out. We'll drill these holes up and continue on. I marked where I wanted to put the hole, and it wound up being right on top of the R. It was here for stand for right, but luckily I could tell where it is, or else I have to wipe that R off and put everything back together and make another mark. But I can distinguish where that is. I couldn't hit that if I wanted to. Alright, got our hole drilled here where we need it, and I cut the little foot off here because we're going to have to extend it, and put the little extension on there. That way we can just go out there and hook everything up and adjust it where we want, and then we'll tack it in place. And then we can bring it in and do all that maybe tonight. Alright, let's go out there and assemble this thing. Alright, yeah, we're all clamped up here and level, and got that cab mount where we want it, and got our extension on down here. Now I got to drag that welder out, put 2 tacks in there. It's the only right way to do it. Alright, all cleaned up for the day, and I brought this in. This is all tacked in place here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld it complete. Got to put a little piece of metal in here on the bottom, and then we'll weld it complete and grind it, and I think we might pack it in for the day. Alright. Yeah, we got that all welded up, ground down. Looks pretty good. Got a backing plate on the back. I haven't put the holes in there for the plug welds. So all I got to do tomorrow is make the crush tube. It's getting late. I've been working on this since about 8 o'clock this morning, and it's what we got here? Just about 7:30. So I got about 11.5 hours in or so. The sun's going down, so I'm gonna go rest up. Yeah, the sun's going down behind them trees. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow, unless I decide to take a nap and then maybe dick around a little tonight and weld that crush tube in, but I don't know. Alright, see you guys tomorrow. Alright, it's the next day, and this is what we're going to do now. We're going to cut this big piece of pipe here to make our crush tube. That'll go there so that when you tighten up the floor pan, it doesn't crush, it just tightens up against this. And we'll cut the floor here, cut this little piece off that we don't need. And then I was noticing something here. When we put this this cross beam in, it's going to sit on top of this hole here, right about there. And it does sit a little askew. I could tell by the way we line up the front here. And I'm going to have to put this back in the truck and everything. And right here, this overlaps this hump in the floor pan here. So we're going to have to cut our cross member out. I don't want to cut it more than I have to, so that sits flush. So we're going to have to do that. But for now, let's just cut the floor pan and put that crush tube in. Alright, yeah, we clamped everything in where it belongs, and look at this. You gotta take about 7/8 of an inch, about maybe 5 inches long, out of this this bracket here. That's where it sits. Just like that. That's what you gotta do though, right? And while I was under there, I checked this, and we gotta take about 1/8 of an inch off of right here. And then we'll put some holes in there so we can weld one side and then spot weld that on the corner. And then with this here, I made them marks so I can drill holes in here, so we can use that to plug weld it to the frame there. We might get this frame on today, or this cross member. Might get that welded in, and then we can paint everything all up, and it'll be dry, so we can maybe weld it up tomorrow. Or tomorrow's Saturday. I think it's supposed to rain. I don't think I want to work on Sunday, but I don't know, maybe Monday. Oh well, whenever, we'll get it, whenever. Alright, let's cut this and try and fit this in place. Alright, yeah, I don't want to take more material off than I have to here, so what I did was I taped 2 Sharpies together, and they're about the same distance as what I need. So I'm going to put this right up against that little hump there and line it up to where it should be. And then let's see if it'll, in theory it should work. Follow that little line. There we go. Okay. That should give us something to work with there. You know, we could just keep working and taking off what we need. So, alright, let's cut that out and see how well that worked. Alright, we got our little groove cut in our mount here. Got all our holes put in, our rosette holes or plug welds, whatever you want to call them, up there. And yeah, it worked out pretty good, that piece there. It fits like a glove now. Tough to see with this all this glare. But anyway, fits in there nice. So we say we go mount to mount, and then once that's all welded in and mounted, we can paint everything, and it'll be all ready to. The floor will be ready to weld up on Monday. Alright, we'll see outside. Alright, here we're all clamped up here. Got the mount screwed down. Got that clamped up over there and clamped up to the wall here. And we got it leveled up where the floor should be, so we'll take these out of here. We don't need these. Give you a little room to weld. Alright, let's drag that welder out and weld this up. Alright, I threw the floor pan in there and marked out where all these holes are so I can tape them out, and then we'll paint that up. So let's get this out of here. I see some of them Some of these I marked with pencil because they're going to have the flues going to have to pull down, so I'm going to have to find them and then mark them. Alright, next time you see me, we'll be painting this up. Alright, here we tape the spots that are going to get welded, and this here is just to protect the inside. I'm trying to paint and film at the same time, so I don't know. I don't know if you guys are seeing the same thing I'm seeing. This is just frame paint. Any frame paint will work. Let me finish this up, and we'll show you when we're done. Alright, yeah, that's it looks pretty good to me. So we're going to call it done for the day. What do you guys say? Enough of this? Alright, see you in the next one.